right, I'm back at the Albuquerque airport now, getting ready to come home. And I thought I'd take you on another tour of my bag. And this time I'm gonna give you some tips on how to get through the TSA check, because I don't have any problem, and I bring a ton of food with me, but there's some things you need to know to make that work for you. Sometimes I get pulled over, sometimes not, it depends. But let me show you what's in my bag, and then we'll talk about it. So I've got my neck pillow, and I have water. Now, I did buy this one when I came through. Typically what I do is bring my own bottle, keep it empty, come through TSA, and then fill it up at a water fountain. But I had trouble on the way down. I couldn't find the water fountains to fill my bottle, so I just packed my bottle that I normally would bring with me and bought one here, just because I knew the airport. Now, I've got all sorts of goodies in my bag, and what I do, here's my carry-on, but what I do is I take a separate plastic bag and just put my food in the plastic bag. And then when you come to TSA, here's the scoop, here's the tip. When you come to TSA, you pull this bag out and you put it in its own bin. That way you've set it aside, you've made them aware that this is different and this is food. And typically they won't stop me if I do this. If I put it, or if I have it in a Ziploc bag that you can see through, I'll just put it in the bin and I don't have any problem. Excuse me. They didn't have bins today. It was very strange. They just had those little dog dishes you can put your phone in. And I had to leave this in my bag. And then of course they pulled me over and had to see what was in there. But I have a container of some greens and beans. I have a whole bunch of cooked potatoes. See, they're cooked. And I can just eat them like that. I don't have a problem. I snack on them like apples. Hey, oh, that's right, my apples are in here. I have a little thing of raisins. And, oh, I have some green beans, leftover cooked green beans from last night. Yum, yum. And, okay, here's my apples. I love the Pink Lady organic apples. And this is my treat. This is a huge salad. This is gonna be lunch and dinner. I figure I'll eat half for lunch and half for dinner. And you know how when you travel, you always get hungry. I mean, I got a ton of food here, but you're always hungry when you travel. It has, you can see there's the greens, it's got beans, it's got this really yummy pico de gallo that we got at the store here. It's a store called Sprouts. And it's nice, and it's got brown rice. Yeah, so that's it. And I cooked the brown rice in with diced tomato, so it's kind of like a Spanish rice, an onion, and then the pico on top. So that's a real treat. That's gonna be yummy. And I've got my plasticware. No problem bringing, you know, silverware like that. So that's how I get through TSA. And they pulled me over, looked at my food, and usually they're real nice about it. They always volunteer to help eat my food for me. Just, you know, just teasing. The lady today wasn't as friendly, but that's okay. She didn't care. She just looked through, didn't see anything, and I'm on my way again. And I don't have to stop and eat anything, because like in Atlanta, there's nothing to eat. And that's like the biggest airport ever. And there's nothing, I've never been able to find anything to eat there. So I've got my, I've got my potato, and my green beans, and my salad, and my water. And that's how I travel. I'll have too much food, but that's okay. I'd rather have too much than too little. And I'm hot. It's hot here. I gotta get this coat off. I'm dying. I'm dressed for the other end of the trip when it's cold up north. So it's been nice keeping up with you guys on the trip, because I know that this is helpful for you to see how to travel. And I travel with my coffee stuff too, and that works well. It does what it needs to do. Let's see what else. Anything else in my bag? Oh, I've got a cookbook. My cousin's husband said, help yourself to any cookbooks you want. And my cousin was a great cook, and she had so many cookbooks, at least 100 cookbooks, because they're big world travelers, and she would get a cookbook wherever she went. And I found one that I'm hoping I can get recipes for us to have. It's called Native Food Celebration Cookbook. And I started looking through it and it's like, I think we're gonna have some new recipes coming up here. So I'll let you know if I get something from here and I'll give you the recipe. Or at least, you know, it'll probably be an adaptation, which is fine. And but I'm looking forward to it. You know, I've got time to kill in airports today, so I'm gonna be looking at recipes. I'm in the mood for something South Mexican. Their food is really good here. I do like it. It's hard to find it without, you know, cheese and oil. But the sauces, I like the sauces. All right, you guys, that's it. I've held you long enough. Just nice to touch base. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.